All right. Rock, paper, scissors, say shoot. Oh, okay.
I
So
gotcha.
you win.
Recount.
So I guess I have to go now.
There you go.
All right.
That's 2 in a row for me winning. That's fantastic.
Yeah, right? What's
That means you can
I
get a
think
new TV now.
I was gonna say that's your new prize. Nice. All right. So I'm talking to you guys a little bit about something that's very near and dear to me. Packfilm. For those of you that are newer to photography and have never experimented with analog at all, Packfilm is basically like old school Polaroids, except that you had to let them develop and then you had to peel them apart. They were very fun. Fujifilm was the last company to make them. They discontinued them a couple of years ago, and then the founder of the Impossible Project came along and said, "Oh, I'm going to work on trying to basically bring it back from the dead." And he did, in a form of something called One Instant. Now, the previous, basically the way that this worked is this beauty. My
Ooh,
Polaroid
she's real pretty.
180 camera, which is
beauty.
fantastic and is in great condition. I got it refurbished a couple of years ago. It was wonderful. You would shoot it in this camera, and I would open the back, but I actually have film in here right now. It's Fujifilm film, and I will explain that in just a bit. Basically, what you did is you shot an image, and then you pulled it through the rollers here. And when it came through the rollers, there was a pod, and that pod burst and spread the film chemicals evenly throughout the entire surface of the film. Then you would let it sit for a little while, depending on a couple things. The temperature that's around you, you couldn't do this in really, really cold weather at all, or else, the chemicals would freeze. And whether it's color or whether it's black and white, and sometimes depending on the ISO. So you would shoot these, and they were wonderful. A couple of years ago, there was a whole movement around photographers just like really loving this, but traditionally they were really used by medium format shooters to get like a preview of what they were shooting. So you would take a medium format camera, and then you'd have a back with this film in there. You put the back there, you shoot your Polaroid, you take a look at what it'll look like, and then you go back to your actual film. And that's unfortunate because I felt like it was actually a waste of the format. But a lot of these cameras had very sharp lenses, and they vary in quality. But today, they're very low contrast. They're still quite beautiful, though. They have this really nice charm to them. Anyway, so One Instant. These packs that Fujifilm had before, there were cassettes, and they had 10 shots per cassette. One Instant, and this is where I'm sort of losing it because this angered me so much. They decided to give you one shot per cassette. And in this little box, you hold 3 shots. And in those, your face, Paul, this is great. And with those 3 shots, and they're pretty expensive, they're in like a glorified, let me see, do I have it on me? No, I don't. I'll open that up in a sec. They're in this glorified like coffee bag. So just imagine a coffee bag, like the ones that are sort of like slight aluminum. And on the outside is painted all black. And then you unwrap it, and inside there's paper that's around these paper cartridges and the film with a plastic dark slide. And then you have to shoot them, and you have to load them into the camera one at a time, pull the dark slide, shoot, pull the film, pull everything out, and then clean it all over again. And you especially need to clean the rollers because the chemicals here get everywhere. It's pretty difficult. The way that you can ensure that doesn't happen is if you pull with very, very constant motion, and even then, like, you'll probably get a little bit. So I'm going to open this up. Granted, I've gone through all my shots. I ordered 6 from their Kickstarter. Half of them didn't work. Actually, no. One entire pack didn't work. And then from the second pack, I got 2 shots. And then the third one, it didn't work. And I'll explain to you why. So you open it up, right? And so this is what one of their cartridges look like. it's basically something that I feel, and I say this in my review, I feel like this is something a kindergartner could have created. It feels like, you know, a slight cardboard, but also a little bit like treated construction paper, to be honest with you. And the way that would work is the shot goes in here, and then the negative, wrong finger there, would go here, and this would be your dark slide. So your dark slide would go in.
That's a dark slide?
This is a dark slide.
Wow.
This is a dark slide. I'm not even kidding you. And then, so it loads in like that, right? But it's very, very loose. And in practice, let's say you're taking it out. What might eventually happen accidentally is, oops, oh, so now suddenly the entire shot is unusable. Not just a light leak. The entire shot is unusable.
Wow.
Yeah.
That almost looks like an oversized Instax cartridge.
It pretty much is. And they tell you to keep it because they're like, oh yeah, they can be really good film frames for your images. So when you take the images apart, you usually get your positive and your negative. You know what? I might as well grab one right now. So your positive is an image like this, right? You know, I'm sort of spoiling it. Hold on. Let me show you something. Actually, no. I'm gonna continue. So you get your positive, which is an image like this, and then you get what's traditionally your negative. So with Fujifilm and Polaroid, this part actually contained a real film negative that you could bleach bypass, basically, and you could get a usable image that you can then scan, or you can like print in a darkroom or something like that, and this would be your positive otherwise. This was pretty soft. This is actually known to be incredibly stupidly sharp. The problem with one instant is you can't bleach this negative. And I found that out today because I was looking on their website. I was going to do it. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, you know, this will be really cathartic. And I'm glad I didn't. You can't bleach this to get your negative. You could do it with Fujifilm. Can't do it with one instant. Let me show you guys some sample images. So I'm going to share my screen really quickly. And I think it's basically going to be spoiled now. So, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is one shot. And this is another shot. This was shot yesterday, this one image right here. And as you can tell, like there's something weird about it. Like it didn't really cover the entire area. And this is another one. It did a better job of covering the entire area. Now check it. I have in my fridge a bunch of old Fujifilm 100 film, Packfilm. I loaded into my camera, and you just saw that, some film that expired in 2017. Look how much better it is.
Wow, that's significantly different.
Yeah. Granted, because it's expired, it's taking less light. But if I exposed it a little bit better, it would have come out looking perfect. So this is the one instant. I'm going to leave that up for a couple seconds. And if you're watching on Facebook at a later point, you can pause this. Or if you're watching on YouTube at a later point, you can pause this. And this is Fujifilm expired 2017. And it's been kept in my fridge. So, you know, I've taken very good care of it.
Even the expired looks better.
That's what I'm saying. And then this is more expired. Like the little light leaks that you see on the on there, like that's actually part of the lens. It's a characteristic of it. I think it's specifically because of like the elements and the way that the light is hitting. I've usually been able to keep that down when I put the lens hood on, but the sun is just in a position where it's just like it's not happening. So again, this is one instant, and again, I was actually going to have you guys guess. This is one instant. You know, muted, sort of beautiful, but I don't really know what's going on there. They tell you it's ISO 100. This was shot yesterday. This was shot today. Right after I shot this, I shot another one that didn't come out because the dark slide came out by accident, which is sadness. And then this is the expired film. And the expired film, I feel looks so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like you actually properly metered it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to stop the share right now. So this is really heartbreaking to me because, okay, so getting everything, and it's still sticky. Wow. So here's the other crazy thing. This is the Fujifilm shot, and this is the one instant shot. And the one instant shot is larger, but the Fujifilm shot is better rendered. Do you see that, guys?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put them behind each other. Yeah, you can totally see that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm really torn here. I say this in my review. Like, I want to tell everyone to go spend a little bit of money and donate and help this company really improve on the product. But at the same time, I want to tell them, don't waste your money on something that's probably going to break your heart like this. Like, maybe it's time that we actually let the 100 format go, which is very, very sad, especially because I have so much of it in my freezer. But, like, just think about that. The stuff that's in my freezer, sorry, not my freezer, my fridge, you don't want to put that film in your freezer because it's probably going to make the pods of chemicals actually explode. Don't do that. If it's regular negative film and slide film and black and white film, fine, but not instant film. Anyway, I want to tell everyone to spend some money, but also at the same time, I want to tell them not to do it. Like, if you have some film that's expired in your fridge and you take it out and you thaw it and then you go shoot with it, you're probably going to get really great results. Better than this. I mean, the stuff that I saw on their website for the sample images, they are very good, but I don't know how they got that. And I feel like this is very similar to the original Impossible Project, where they got some film and it was very intermittent in terms of the quality. And sometimes you got great stuff, sometimes you didn't. And they're going to bring it all like a whole artist community about this. Like, oh no, I love the flaws. But it's like, yeah, but if I want like an actual good photo that doesn't have the flaws, what's going to happen? Like, I want that. Yeah, it's sad because I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, guys, really? What did you do? Why? Like, I'm going to take this apart right now. And it's easily taken apart too. That's the other thing. Whatever.
A little too easy.
Yeah, a little way too easy.
I was going to say, that does not look like a quality product at all.
No, it's not. And actually,
it's like a craft, like looks like an arts and crafts project.
Yeah. Maybe I should try to figure that out. What did I spend on this? One instance. I'm trying to remember what I spent on it for the Kickstarter, but like on their website, it's right now. So 18 shots are, they're pre-orders right now. But the price, I think they say it on their web. Regular price is €29. 29
shot?
Pardon?
So $10 a pop.
Basically.
Wow.
It'd be more than that because dollars not that much to offer euro. It'd be like $25.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a zinger.
Yeah. I don't think it's, I'm stopping myself right there because I want to tell you guys, don't do this. And obviously, like, it's your money, do whatever you want to. If you want to support a company like this, then I guess go right ahead. But personally, I don't think I would do it again. Especially, go ahead.
I don't know. Like, it feels like it's possible that maybe you got a bad batch, but like, I don't know. Like that bad though?
Yeah, but a whole pack didn't work, dude.
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah, like I bought 6 of these, 6 shots, which are 2 of these packs. And like a whole 3 of them didn't work. Now, I pulled out a bunch of Polaroids actually right now. So let me educate y'all right now. So this is 1 instant size. This is peel apart. This is Fujifilm 100 size. This is Fujifilm Instax mini size. Basically the size of 645 format. This is, wow, I have a lot of them. This is Instax Square, which is like the sweetheart of many people right now. And the closest thing is actually Instax wide, but you know, you have this whole section on the bottom. And that's where the chemicals are, and when it comes out, it just goes right through. This, you know, the chemicals are in a whole part over here, and then they come out, and then you have to peel everything apart. Most people didn't want to peel it apart, and they also just didn't read the instructions about like developing time. So it's a lot easier to just use Instax. So, I mean, for me, again, as I said, I don't really think I'd buy it. What do you guys think of all this?
Not at that price, and certainly not that quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be out for sure. I'd be straight down Fujifilm Street personally.
Yeah, but I mean, getting that film is very difficult to get, and it's also very expensive now. So if you have it, cherish it, hold on to it, take good care of it, keep shooting with it. If not, then, you know, I don't really think this is worth it, unfortunately. And that's very sad. We have a question. More than film, Gino. Not really sure what you mean by that specifically, but I think that film, you know, the price, 35 millimeter, depends on the type of film you're shooting with. And then black and white, you know, black and white can be pretty cheap. You also have to pay for developing, though. And for this, you know, you get the developer and the film in one shot. But yeah.
I guess the one positive is that there is at least someone out there who is trying to make this happen. And then maybe down the line, they'll be able to perfect it. But it's a shame that it's in the condition it's in right now.
Yeah, no, totally. But I mean, like, I don't really have that much faith. The reason why is because when the Impossible Project got bought by the firm that also owns Polaroid, I feel like the product got ruined, or the company got ruined in a way. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really see a lot of it around anymore. I haven't seen it in film shops. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that's really about it.
It's licensed and named on stuff. That's pretty much what they do these days.
Yeah. Michael's asking, it seems odd, but is instant film just too advanced chemically to reproduce? It actually is very difficult. I remember Doc was trying to work with Fujifilm to get the chemicals and to get the recipe, but they didn't want to give it to him. I don't know why exactly. Maybe they thought that, hey, you know, there might be a renaissance. People might want to come back to it. I mean, that's what happened with Acros, you know? I guess not enough people wanted to do instant film, though. So, yeah. I think it's because, you know, it's a product that's really just targeted more to higher end professionals and to people that actually know what they're doing, versus Instax, you know, can be anyone. But Fujifilm also hasn't created an Instax camera with manual controls. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm done with my depression over this segment. Yeah, Brett.
I was going to say, I'm kind of sad.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Brett, you now have to do your entire segment with a giant, like, Cheshire cat smile on your face. Keep it up. Your face cannot change the entire